For over 20 years, millions of families around the globe have tuned into the cheerful, innocent, muddy puddle jumping adventures of Peppa, George, and their friends. It is the ultimate wholesome kids show. Or they want you to think. What if I told you that beneath this bright, colorful facade lies a web of dark, disturbing secrets, hiding right in plain sight? What if the creators have been dropping breadcrumbs for decades, building a universe filled with erased family members, unexplained wealth, and a terrifying societal hierarchy that will literally make your skin crawl? Once you see what is actually happening in Peppa Town, you will never be able to look at this show the same way again. We are ripping off the Band-Aid and exposing the darkest mysteries of Peppa Pig. So, hit that subscribe button right now before Peppa finds out you know her family's secrets. You know she'll come for you. Let's dive in. We are starting with a truth so twisted, it completely breaks the reality of the show. Have you ever stopped to think about how this world actually functions? We have a society of talking, clothed animals, driving cars, and running shops. But they live right alongside animals of the exact same species that are being used for food. Let's look at Mrs. Cow. She runs a cheese stall at the local market. Cheese comes from milk. Milk comes from a cow. So, we have to ask the deeply unsettling question. Is Mrs. Cow selling her own bodily produce? Or is there a second non-talking lesser class of cow being farmed off-screen? It gets worse. Look at the winter episodes. Characters are happily walking around wearing woolly hats and scarves. Even Susie Sheep is wearing wool. Where is that wool coming from, Susie? There is an entire theme park called Cheese World. We see the families having summer barbecues with highly questionable meat skewers sizzling on the grill. On top of that, every main character is a mammal, but their pets, like Goldie the fish or Tittles the tortoise, are strictly non-mammals kept trapped in cages and tanks. The evidence points to a horrifying reality. Peppa Town is rigidly divided into 3 tiers: the talking class, the livestock class, and the pet class. The creators have spent 20 years praying you'd never connect the dots. But if you think the food chain is messed up, wait until we look at the pig family itself. Imagine watching nearly 400 episodes and suddenly realizing that 2 entire children were completely erased from existence. This is the biggest, most closely guarded secret in Peppa Pig lore. In a show where Granny and Grandpa Pig on Mommy's side basically live in the back garden, Daddy Pig's parents are completely missing. We haven't seen them once in 2 decades. Why? Because we believe they fled town. And they took 2 children with them. Child number 1 is Peppa's rumored twin, Poppy, or Olivia depending on who you ask. Look at this official poster. While the family poses happily, a piglet who looks exactly like Peppa is caught lurking in the downstairs window, staring out like she wasn't invited to the photo shoot. Child number 2 is Oscar. Fans are entirely convinced he is a middle child, born between Peppa and George. The definitive proof is in the episode Baby Bumps. Peppa and George are watching an old home video of baby Peppa, but look closely. Mommy Pig is already pregnant again. This is way too early for it to be George, who doesn't come along until more than 2 years later. So who is in that belly? It has to be Oscar. The clues inside the house are absolutely incriminating. In the episode Daddy Pig's Office, there is a tiny black and white photo on his desk showing 2 young piglets. At first glance, it's Peppa and George, but wait. Daddy Pig proudly hangs their real bright, colorful photo on the wall in a completely different episode. That black and white photo is someone else. Furthermore, when the kids play a computer game on Mommy Pig's laptop, the high scoreboard shows the initials, OP, sitting at the absolute bottom with a terrible score. It's exactly what it looks like when a younger kid sneaks onto a computer when no one is watching. Oscar, Poppy, Olivia. Did Daddy Pig's parents take these 2 kids and move far away so Mommy and Daddy Pig could start fresh? Or was the family drama so toxic they swore a blood oath to never speak of them again? Tell me your verdict in the comments right now. Type "they exist" if you believe the twin and the middle child are real, or not real if you think I'm losing my mind. Now let's talk about the silent billionaires of Peppa Town. How does a single mom and her daughter afford to live in a sprawling luxury mansion with seemingly unlimited funds? And we have absolutely no idea what they do for a living. Susie Sheep is secretly loaded. She lives alone with her mom. There is no Daddy Sheep around, and Mommy Sheep's job and salary are a total blank space in the show's lore. Yet their home is massive. It has multiple bedrooms, a spare room, and a gigantic attic that Granny Sheep casually transforms into a full-blown professional art studio in the blink of an eye. In that exact same episode, Susie drops a line that reveals everything. She tells her grandmother, "You don't need to make things yourself. You can just buy whatever you want online with a click of mommy's computer." Let's be real. A child only talks like that when mindless spending is so normalized in their house that the cost of an item is literally never a thought. The most solid theory? Daddy Sheep works highly lucrative jobs abroad and wires massive, untraceable checks back home, funding this lavish, limitless lifestyle while Mommy Sheep clicks add to cart all day long. Speaking of hidden lives, let's look at the gentle, soft-spoken playgroup teacher, Madame Gazelle. What if I told you she was hiding a past so wild it puts modern rock stars to shame? In the episode The Diner, the pig family takes a trip across the Atlantic Ocean. Look closely at the background. On the restaurant wall, sitting right behind the family, is a framed vintage photograph of a band called the Rocking Gazelles. This isn't just a local myth. This proves that Madame Gazelle wasn't just in a garage band. She was a world-touring, guitar-smashing musical icon whose fame reached all the way to American diners. Before she was teaching toddlers their ABCs, she was selling out stadiums and living the rock and roll dream. Eat your heart out, Taylor Swift. But here's the final detail that completely breaks the fourth wall and turns the entire universe upside down. A blink and you miss it Easter egg proves that Peppa Pig isn't just a cartoon character. She is actually famous inside her own universe. In the episode America, as the family rides a taxi through the streets of New York, look at the window of this city bookstore. Sitting right there on display is a book with Peppa herself on the cover. And right next to it, a book featuring Princess Holly from Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom, a show that supposedly exists in a completely different universe. Are there published biographies about Peppa inside her own world? Is her entire life a Truman Show-style reality broadcast? Does Peppa know she's a global superstar? From a dark, segregated food chain and banished middle children to unlimited secret wealth and reality-breaking fame, Peppa Town is not the innocent place we all thought it was. So, what is your final verdict? Are the creators deliberately writing this dark lore? Or are these just massive, uncanny coincidences they never expected adult fans to notice? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to cast your vote on the missing children. Type, "They exist" or "Not real." If this deep dive blew your mind and ruined your childhood just a little bit, smash that like button, subscribe for more insane theory breakdowns, and click the video on screen right now to uncover another childhood mystery. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.